Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to share the things that I wish I knew before starting Amazon KDP. Now, for those of you who don't know, I've been selling on Amazon KDP since 2018, and there are certain things that if I had known earlier on, it would have saved me so much time in this business. So in this video, I'm going to explain what these things are on camera, but then take it one step further and switch you over to my computer to show you real examples so you have actionable advice that you can use in your own business. Now, if you guys know my style of videos, this video is going to be straight to the point. I'll keep all of the fluff out of it, and these are going to be 10 things that I have personally learned from experience, so you're not going to find them just by searching on Google. So starting with the first thing, this is a question that I get all of the time, and this is, can you do Amazon KDP from anywhere in the world? So something that I wish I knew earlier on is that you can do this business from anywhere in the world. And one step further, if I put you on the computer here, when you go to KDP Kindle Direct Publishing's homepage, all you have to do is click the Join Now button. When you start an Amazon KDP business, you do not have to apply to be a seller and wait to see if Amazon approves you. This is a business that you can start doing today. Now, with that being said, once you click on the Join KDP button, it's just going to take you through the sign up process. So it's going to ask for your information, create a username, password, but it's also going to ask for where do you want to receive your profits. This is what brings us into the next thing that I wish I knew earlier. What this is when you are telling them where you want to receive your profits, which by the way, they will pay out to you automatically every single month, they do not have every country or region listed. This is because although you can be a seller from anywhere in the world, Amazon can't pay out to certain countries or regions. So if you are signing up for an Amazon KDP account and your country or region is not listed, you can then use another tool. So what this tool is called Payoneer.com. So all you have to do is hover over freelancers, go to get paid by marketplaces, and then this is a free way where you can set up a bank account similar to PayPal. However, it is made specifically for receiving global payments in regions that Amazon doesn't support. So if you find yourself in this situation where your country or region is not listed when you're signing up for Amazon KDP, go over to Payoneer, and that way you can sign up for free and you can still get paid. So with those two out of the way, those are two huge things to know for Amazon KDP. That brings us into the third thing, which is extremely important. So when it comes to Amazon KDP, there are a ton of different types of books that you can create. I'll go ahead and put up a list of some popular, really good ideas of books that you can create. What I have found out, and I wish I knew earlier on in Amazon KDP, is that specifically creating word search books sell extremely well on Amazon. Now, to show you an example of this, these are both Amazon KDP word search books. They're just two different sizes, two different themes. So this is a Christmas themed word search book. This is a camping themed word search book. Now, on the inside of these books are actual word search puzzles. Now, the reason that creating these types of books works so well is because not many people know how to create the word search puzzles themselves. Now, if you don't know how to create word search puzzles yourself, don't worry, because that's actually the case for most people, and that's why there's less competitors. So with that being said, creating the word search puzzles is the best type of book to create for Amazon KDP, and you don't have to buy a course to learn how to do this. I have put together a full step-by-step tutorial that walks through my entire process from idea, creating the books, and publishing them on Amazon KDP, and I'll put a link to that down in the description below. Now, moving on from here, this brings us into the fourth thing that I wish I knew earlier. What this is that when you are creating your Amazon KDP books, you have to create a cover for every book. What I have found out is that creating a cover template and then customizing that same template for every book that you create is the fastest way to do this. So I'll switch you over to the computer and show you a real example of this. So looking at my screen here, this is a camping word search book. Now, for those of you who haven't seen my other videos or that full tutorial, this software is called BookBolt. It's probably the best Amazon KDP software out there. It's the one that I personally use for my entire book creation process. Now, with that being said, this is one of my cover templates. So let's say that I've just finished creating a camping word search puzzle, and now I'm ready for my next book. If the next book was going to be about a different topic, something like Christmas, all you have to do is change a couple things on this cover, starting with the title. So we'll type in Christmas. We'll make that a little bit smaller so it fits because it's a longer word. And then we just have to change this graphic and the colors. So to show you how easy this is, we'll take that graphic out, we'll go over to the graphics on the left, and then we'll pick one that relates to the theme. This one is Christmas. And then from here, all we have to do is change the colors to make it related to that theme. So I'll put in some Christmas colors as the background. And guys, just like that, in the matter of seconds, I've created an entirely new book cover instead of starting from scratch and building a whole nother cover. So in best practice, what I've learned is to create a couple different cover templates, all with totally different layouts. And then as you're going through your days of creating all of these books, use each one of those templates a few times so that every book that you're uploading to KDP doesn't have the exact same layout. Now, the last thing that I'll throw in here is that something that I love about the word search niche overall is that the covers are generally basic. This is for all word searches, not just on Amazon. If you go go into a store to buy word searches or anywhere that you're going to get them, you will notice that all of the covers are very simple, they're very basic, and people aren't looking for overly complex designs. So this makes it a lot easier for us. If you don't have a lot of graphic design experience, but you know how to make the puzzles, you can just make these simple layouts for your covers and they sell very well. So that's the covers. Now we'll move on to the next thing that I wish I knew earlier, and this is in regards to niche research. So if you're not familiar with what niche research is, essentially what that is spending a couple minutes to look into the topic that you're about to create your book on before you spend all the time creating it and publishing it. What you will find out is that if you start researching these topic ideas before you spend the time creating the books, you can figure out which ones are going to be profitable before you even create them and publish them. So coming back over to BookBolt, again, this is the tool that I use for my entire process. If you hover over on the left side, go down to keywords, and then you click on search. All you have to do here is type in word search and give that a search itself. And then just switch this 10 to 100. This is going to allow you to just keep scrolling down and get a lot of ideas quickly. These are all going to be phrases or specific niches that people are coming into Amazon and searching for. It's going to tell us how many people are searching for that every month and how many people have already created books on them. So generally what I do is just skip past all of the numbers. There are some ideas in there, but you're going to get a lot better ideas once you get to the alphabet. So here we are in the A's. You can scroll through all of these, and then anytime that you see an idea that you would be interested in creating a book about, all you have to do is hit the heart icon on it. So we'll hit that little heart. We'll keep scrolling down. We'll hit the heart on the next one that we see that we like. We'll keep going through here. Anxiety-related word search books, army-themed word search books, astronomy, and you can go all the way through this list. It's going to have the full alphabet. In fact, it's going to have 500 different results that you can pull from. Now, in that full tutorial that I was telling you about, it will show you a way to get even more results than 500. So you have pretty much unlimited results that you can keep checking. But once you've hearted a couple of these ideas and you want to see how competitive they are, all you have to do is go back to keywords, click on that. Now go to favorites, and this is going to have the ones that you have just hearted. And then you just click on the 3 lines for each one of these, and it's going to tell you everything you need to know. So now it's going to open up the competition score. That is specifically what we're looking for. So this gives us an A rating. So just like in school, you get an A if you did really well, or an F if you did very poorly. This is telling us that this is an A rated niche. So it's a very good niche. And that is specifically talking about how many people are competing in that niche. So I can tell right off the bat, adventure themed word search books is a really good theme for creating word search books on Amazon KDP because very few people are competing in it. And there's an estimated 138 sales to be had every single month. So that's the first niche right there. And then you would keep going down here, click on the 3 lines for the rest of these, and you're just going to find all of these A-rated niches that have a much higher chance of you selling books in. So guys, that is the 5th thing that I wish I knew earlier on. It would have saved me so much time in creating these books if I was just intentional in picking out specifically which niches to create books about. Moving on from here is the 6th thing that I wish I knew, and this is a huge time saver. So since we've already determined that creating word search books specifically for Amazon KDP is one of the best categories to create books about, once you start getting into that process of making these word search books, you're going to find out that one of the hardest parts of that process is generating a big list of words that are all related to that specific theme of that word search. Eventually, at the end of spending so many hours trying to figure out how to do this efficiently, I ended up just building my own tool to do this, and I'm sharing it with you guys totally for free. So if you come over to ChatGPT, there is a tool that I have built myself. It's a custom GPT, so I have programmed this specifically for creating word search books on Amazon KDP. And quickly, I'll show you how this works, but this is the tool right here. All you have to do is click here to start. It is then just going to prompt you and say, what niche are you going to create this book about? How many words per puzzle? And how many puzzles total do you want to create? Again, in that full tutorial that's down in the description, it's going to explain all of this in more detail. But for this video, I just want to show you how efficient this is to do. So for this example, we will just use this right here. This is camping, 9 words per puzzle, 55 puzzles. You could change this to any topic. It could be any theme for your word search. So once you've entered what you're looking for here, just click on enter. And this is literally going to start writing out all of those words for you, formatted in the way that we need to create those word search puzzles for Amazon KDP. Now, creating this list is using artificial intelligence, which is pretty awesome. But what you're going to find out is that with all artificial intelligence tools, they have limitations. They can't keep writing forever. So this tool is going to eventually stop somewhere along the list and say, continue generating. You just say yes, and it will continue generating this list until the entire list is complete. Now, for those of you who want to use this tool to create your word search books, you won't be able to find it in the Explore GPT section on ChatGPT. I have set this to be a private tool. The only way that you can get to it is via a direct link. And I have put the link to this in that full tutorial. So once you are watching that, it will walk you through how to use this in more detail, and you'll get the link to it over there. For your guys' sake, I didn't want this to be spread publicly. I only wanted you to be able to find it if you are watching my video. That's why I'm going through all these links to keep it kind of private. Now, the last thing that I'll say about this tool is it is 100% free. I'm not charging you guys to use it, so all you have to do is go click on the link and you can use it yourself. Now, before moving on to number 7 in this video, I just want to take one quick second to say, if you guys do enjoy this type of content, just let me know down in the comments. Tell me that you're enjoying it, give the video a thumbs up. I would appreciate all of that support. Now, with that being said, let's get into number 7 in this video. So the 7th thing that is really going to help your Amazon KDP business as you get it rolling is that certain books that you create in certain niches are going to start selling really quickly or really well. Once you've identified those niches, go back into BookBolt and create more books in that niche. Now, the reason for this is by organically getting sales in a niche, that means that you have found a really good niche, but not everyone is going to relate to the specific cover that you've made. So if you go back into BookBolt, you use your other cover templates, use different colors, and create different style covers, you are then going to get the traffic from all of the other buyers that haven't related to that first cover you made. Now, there's only one catch to this, and that is that you cannot use all of the same interior puzzles for another listing. Amazon KDP is very strict in making sure that all of the insides of your books are totally different as well. You're not just using all the same insides with different covers. So the quick trick that I have for you here that'll save you a lot of time is, let's say that you've created a camping themed word search book. Instead of coming back in here and telling it to make another list about camping, which it will be different words, which can work, the way to save you a lot of time is just to go over to all of those words that you've put here. And all you have to do here is randomize all of these words so that when it creates the puzzles again for the next book, it's in a totally different order and all of the puzzles are different. So there's 2 ways to do this. You can either select each puzzle, you can right click it, go to view more cell options, and then go to randomize range. And that's just going to put all of those words in a different order. So when it generates the puzzle looks totally different. Now, the second way that you can do this is scroll all the way to the bottom of that list and click on the last word, and then just scroll all the way up to just about halfway through the list. We'll do about here and just finish at the top of a puzzle. And then we're going to right click and we're going to cut this, come all the way back up to the top, and we're going to paste that in the next column. And then we're going to go back over to the first column, select the first word, and scroll all the way down this time. We're going to go to where this ends. Again, we're going to right click, we're going to cut this, and then scroll to the bottom of this list that we have just started on the second column, leave 1 space in between, and then paste that. Now, when you scroll all the way up, all of your puzzles from the second half of that first book are now going to be in the first half of this new book that you create. So all you have to do here is then just right click on column A, and we're just going to delete that column, and boom, now you have a totally different set of words. So all of the puzzles will be totally different from that first book that you created. So that's a little workaround that has saved me so much time instead of generating an entire new list and going through that process again. Okay, so with that one out of the way, this brings us into the 8th thing that I wish I knew earlier, and that is in regards to KDP rejection emails. So when you create an Amazon KDP book, you submit it to be published, but it doesn't go live on the marketplace right away. It has to go through a 3-day review process. This is where Amazon gets a chance to look at that book, make sure there's no typos, make sure that everything is appropriate for their marketplace, and make sure that there's nothing that they want changed before it goes live on their marketplace. What I wish I knew earlier is that these rejection emails are totally normal. They are not something that penalizes your account. They are not something that hurts you at all. All they are is Amazon just coming back and saying, hey, change these couple of things and then send it back in to us and we'll get it published on the marketplace. So this is a perfect example of one of these emails. This was on one of my books. They just said during our review, we found the contributors list for the following book may confuse the customers. Now in this first kind of paragraph that they send you, it's telling you what they want changed in that book. And then once you've changed it, you can just resubmit that book in your account and it goes through the process again. Now I will say one thing that'll probably help you here is that once you get these emails, again, which is totally normal, they are typically pretty ambiguous about what they want changed. So contributors are the people involved in creating your book, including authors, editors, illustrators, translators, and other people who assisted in the book's creation. So I don't put any contributors in my books. I only have an author name. So I have to kind of read between the lines and see that they want the author name to be changed. So all you have to do is go back, change the author name, resubmit that for review. And then this book, when I did that, just went live right after that one change. So guys, my big takeaway here is don't overthink these rejection emails. Just treat them as something that is totally normal as part of this process. Okay, so just like that, we're on to the 9th thing that I wish I knew earlier. And what this is that efficiency is the name of the game for Amazon KDP. Now I'll switch you back over to the computer and I'll show you this trick here in a second. But essentially when you're on these marketplace websites, they are getting so much traffic for such specific search terms or all of these different themes of word search books. What you want to do to succeed in this business is go into a ton ton of different niches. That way you are getting your books in front of all of these different separate types of people that are searching on the marketplace. Like I said, the name of the game is efficiency. So you have to create your cover, you have to create your puzzles, but then you have to go through the uploading process on Amazon KDP. So what I have learned to save a ton of time here is that the book title and the book subtitle are both things that you should have a copy paste template for. This is totally okay by Amazon's guidelines, and then all you do is switch out what that niche is. So you would switch it from camping to Christmas, and that can be done for both the title and subtitle. Now, in that full tutorial that I've been talking about, I share my actual book title and book subtitle template, so you can copy it and you can use it for your own business. Now, the last thing that I will say on this, another time-consuming part of the upload process is the description. So you really do want to have some kind of copy paste template for this. In that full tutorial, you will see how I use ChatGPT, the artificial intelligence tool, to write my descriptions. All of that will be laid out for you to see. Now, those 9 so far should really help you in your business. I've got one last really important one for you. This is something that I wish I had my mind wrapped around earlier on because it would have set my expectations for this business. And what this is how many books should you be creating per day? I would say a very good realistic goal is to create 5 to 10 of these word search books per day and get them published on your Amazon KDP account. If you are following that process from that full tutorial and you have cover templates, you're using the word generator, and you have copy paste templates that you can use for the title, subtitle, and description, you will easily be able to do 5 to 10 of these books per day. So guys, hopefully knowing these 10 things saves you so much time in your Amazon KDP business. And as a reminder, I highly recommend watching that full tutorial that's linked down in the description. The last thing I'll say here is that if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions at all about Amazon KDP, let me know. I try to answer questions every single day. All right, guys, that is it for this one. I will plan to see you all in the next video.